Imagine a new kind of war. A war without armies, without tanks, without a single shot fired. A war fought not with weapons, but with money, infrastructure, loans, and long-term economic dependence. This is the geoeconomic war shaping the 21st century, and China is emerging as its most strategic, determined, and quietly powerful player. What the world is witnessing today is not conquest through force, but influence through finance. Chapter 1. A strategy hidden in plain sight. For decades, China focused on growth at home, building factories, modernizing cities, and lifting hundreds of millions out of poverty. But once its economic foundation was strong, China turned its attention outward. Instead of competing through military power, it began using its financial strength to build relationships with countries struggling for development. This strategy became the backbone of China's global rise. Through loans, infrastructure projects, and massive investment deals, China isn't just helping nations. It's binding them into long-term economic partnerships where Beijing holds the leverage. Chapter 2. The Belt and Road Revolution. At the center of this strategy is the Belt and Road Initiative, one of the most ambitious international development programs in human history. Launched in 2013, the BRI aims to create a network of ports, highways, railways, pipelines, and digital infrastructure connecting Asia, Africa, Europe, and even parts of Latin America. On the surface, it looks like cooperation. But the real advantage sits behind the scenes. Every road built, every port upgraded, every loan signed makes these nations dependent on China's capital and China's approval. Over 150 countries have joined, many taking on large loans they may never be able to repay. And in that dependency, China gains influence. Chapter 3. The Power of the Purse. China's strategy works because it offers something Western institutions rarely do: fast money with fewer conditions. Countries with struggling economies, fragile governments, or urgent needs can receive billions from China without the strict political or economic rules imposed by Western lenders. But easy money has a hidden price. When nations can't repay their loans, China often negotiates for long-term control of strategic assets, ports, mines, shipping hubs, or access to natural resources. This isn't charity. It's calculated investment with global impact. And while critics call it debt trap diplomacy, China insists it is simply helping countries develop. But the results speak for themselves. China now has influence over global trade routes, critical minerals, digital networks, and entire regions once aligned with the West. Chapter 4. Influence without invasion. Traditional empires relied on force. China relies on contracts, and those contracts reshape alliances. Nations receiving Chinese loans often support Beijing in international organizations, vote alongside China at the United Nations, and resist Western criticism of China's policies. In Africa, China is now the largest trading partner, overtaking the United States. In South America, Chinese companies dominate mining and energy. In Southeast Asia, China's presence is felt in every major port and city. This influence isn't loud or aggressive. It's slow, steady, and nearly impossible to reverse once established. Chapter 5. The Western Response. The United States and Europe have begun to recognize the scale of China's strategy, but their response has been slow and fragmented. New initiatives like the EU's Global Gateway and America's Partnership for Global Infrastructure aim to counter China's influence, but they lack the speed, financing, and political commitment China brings. While Western governments debate policies, China signs deals. While Western institutions demand reforms, China moves forward with construction. And while the West worries about risk, China focuses on results. Chapter 6. The Future of Global Power. The world is entering an era where power is measured not only through military strength, but through economic control. China understands this better than anyone. By financing roads in Africa, ports in the Middle East, and railways in Europe, China is building a global network of loyalty and influence that could last for generations. This geoeconomic war is not about territory, It's about shaping the world's future systems, alliances, and dependencies. And China's strategy is working. Whether nations see China as a partner or a rising superpower rewriting the world order, one thing is clear: the battlefield of the future is economic, and China is playing the long game, one loan, one port, one country at a time. If this deep dive opened your eyes, hit like, share, and subscribe. Because in our next episode, we examine another quiet force shaping global power, and the truth may shock you.